Guys, if you're early to a project out there, this is the market. This is the fear and greed index crossed 92 yesterday. This is the time where millionaires are literally being made every day. And if you know what to invest in and when, if you know how to move up the news cycle and be early in it, you're going to do extremely well. 6 figures, maybe 7 figures. For the people who've got a big budget, 8 figures of profit in this super cycle. And so I want to show you an opportunity that came up recently through Alex Becker, because for the first time, he's investing in real world assets, which is, if you don't know yet, it's a class of crypto, a category of crypto. We're here on CoinMarketCap. And at the top, you can see with the fire emojis next to it, these are categories or niches of crypto. You see, obviously, we all know what memes are, Solana ecosystem tokens, AI tokens, gaming tokens. Here it is, number 5, RWA, real world assets. We're going to explain real world assets today, which token Alex Becker bought, when he bought it, what his plans are with it, what his thoughts are. But you just need to know that if you haven't heard of RWA assets yet, they're speculated to be a very massive thing. And it's so massive that Alex Becker has added it to his list of investments and affiliations down here. Real world assets, which is brand new. He's also added memes, where he's added Cheyenne, which he actually sold out of recently, even though he believes in the mission, and Shiro Nico, or Neko. I don't actually know, once again, how to pronounce this, but we did a video on this one earlier this week if you want to go watch his meme coin conviction. And also, if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button. We're bringing videos to you almost every day. I missed yesterday, but I think I've been 3 weeks straight before that. So if you appreciate my content, please hit the subscribe button so you don't miss it. So let's jump into the real world asset tokens and Alex Becker's new excitement and investments around them. Let's start with House of Crypto. Peter from House of Crypto, great guy. My top 5 narratives in order of pump, he wrote. AI first, and then real world assets number 2. Alex Becker responded, real world assets are super underrated. Super underrated. That's a very bullish outlook from Becker. Now, the current market cap of real world assets in crypto, the whole category of real world assets, is just over $14 billion. There's no reason to think it couldn't 50x to 100x from here in this bull run, in this super cycle. That's from Crypto Hub on YouTube. Real world assets is the most likely undervalued sector in crypto. Again, mirroring what Alex Becker was saying back in October. Rex Fencer over here on Twitter says BlackRock, which is a $10 trillion company, when you think of all their portfolio and all their assets put together, they control $10 trillion in their portfolio, which is just an insane... I'm convinced that's the most in the world. I might be wrong, but I believe that's the biggest portfolio that exists. And they are entering the real world asset sector. In fact, they have already entered with $100 million. Still sleeping on real world asset tokens, you're going to regret it. You can see this is Larry Fink, who is a CEO of BlackRock. And he says the next step, BlackRock being the portfolio that controls $10 trillion of assets and biggest portfolio in the known universe. The next step is going forward will be the tokenization of financial assets. Now, financial assets are a class of real world assets. Tokenization of real world assets will be one of the biggest narratives in the alt season. And here he is on the Wall Street Week on Bloomberg discussing it. Even someone else we love on this channel, Murad, who has a strong thesis that this is the meme coin super cycle, actually includes real world assets along with AI as part of the 2024-2025 narrative. So he's actually, for the first time really that what I've seen, gone away from memes where he says utility tokens are basically dead. He's even mentioned real world assets in what he's going to pump next, late this year and next year. So there's a lot of speculation from a lot of very smart, wealthy people saying that real world assets are going to make early investors millions. Now, let me quickly explain exactly what real world assets are. I mean really, really quickly. And then I'm going to jump into exactly what Alex Becker purchased in the real world asset token sector. So this is the Internet of Things. So basically, everything before the internet, something like post, you have to hand write a letter and send it to someone, has been digitalized and put onto the internet as part of the tech revolution. So you've gone from handwriting, giving it to someone, them driving the motorbike and flying the plane, dropping it in the other country, delivering the letter in their letterbox and then undoing it, to literally sending an email. You've gone from physical books to digital books where you can send them in a second. In the more modern times, you've gone from going to a doctor's office to seeing one online. And basically, disruptive technology is going to absorb and revolutionize every single industry. And so real world assets is basically doing that, but making them available as tokens on the blockchain. And they say that just like every industry has been revolutionized by the internet, every industry is also going to be revolutionized by the blockchain. DeFi Chain describe real world assets as physical and financial assets that exist in the real world, like cash, commodities, real estate, equities, and bonds. Real world asset tokenization refers to the process of digitally representing these assets on the blockchain as tokens. So right now, how do you know you own your house? Well, there's a branch of the government that keeps housing records, but I believe it's in paper or on a digital file that is in a centralized server. Why isn't there a token that represents your house on the blockchain? That's transparent, digital, you can see the history of it, you can trade it anytime, you can sell it to anyone, you can loan it out, it's in your control. There's a lot of massive benefits to this. One of them being able to trade stocks or other commodities at any time, including weekends and when things are shut, because you can trade them on the blockchain. And when Larry Fink says that this is going to be a massive revolution for all financial assets, we probably should listen to him. So this is where Alex Becker enters the picture. He says, people don't understand the utility play. It's not just sexy, but it's the easiest and surest 10 to 30x in crypto. So this guy's here, if you're looking for how high he thinks this is going to go before he sells these sorts of tokens like the one I'm about to show you, he's planning on a 10 to 30x, and he says it's the easiest and surest way in crypto. Here's what will happen. Across gaming, DePIN, real-world assets, and AI, a few top projects will get adopted in the mainstream. This will skyrocket their coins to crazy market caps. Again, this is sort of like the crypto whip that we talk about on the channel a lot, where the top tokens with the big market caps are going to get adopted by mainstream, retail money is going to flow in, and then everything down the chain from that is going to ricochet and be way more volatile and therefore go up a higher percentage. All coins in the niche will then go on insanely speculative runs to extreme overvaluations. We saw this in the last cycle. Anyone in the mid to low caps will see 20 to 30x multiples. This is almost certain. The tech and games in these spaces are getting too damn good and essential. And this is what he's invested in, is a mid to low cap token inside the RWA space. And this is the token here on Twitter. It was tweeted by Pinlink. Deal now signed with Parallel AI, which if you don't know what Parallel AI is, it's another one of Becker's top tokens. If you go over to his new list where he's updated a few tokens in here, slotted them in, we've looked at the before and afters and seen which ones are in his new holds. Parallel AI, although he's fast and loose on the spelling there, is his new hold inside of the AI niche. They say that they've partnered with Pinlink to provide decentralized compute power from their real-world asset tokenized DePIN marketplace to power their parallel processing tech. Bit of a tongue twister there for us. Deep dive into the partnership below. We don't need to. Parallel AI, which Becker was already partnered with, is now partnering with a real-world asset token called Pinlink. Now, if we scroll down a little bit further, you see Alex Becker actually reply to this on November 24th. RWA goodness, easy play, he says in terms of Pinlink. You son of a bee, I'm in. Meaning, he's in. And we have talked about this before, where this seems somewhat of a sponsored post. I've never really seen Alex Becker sort of post stuff like this before, but he did come back and follow up with some full transparency. He says, I've not only taken a position in Pinlink, meaning purchased out of his own wallets, but like most of my big moves, connected with them to consult/advise their marketing, which will be a sponsorship from them, meaning they're going to give their native tokens to him on top of him purchasing himself. Really easy after connecting with Parallel AI, another fave, the one we just talked about, to see my partners holds big investments and consults that I sometimes charge for. Sometimes I think, why would he not always charge for? The link is in the Twitter bio, which is this page here, which he has also added a whole nother page of text saying, do not copy trade him, and he will be selling at some point. Now, this is interesting for a few reasons. One, because we like to copy trade Becker, and we have a whale tracker that tracks his wallets and his social accounts for new tokens that pop up. And of course, what happened on the 24th when he tweeted that? Well, we said that Alex Becker's revealed his first RWA play for the super cycle Pinlink. The token's only 9 days old and it's an RWA token. He signed on to advise the project. Here's the link to the deck screener. Here's the link to the Twitter. At what point did this get sent out? Well, just after the first little bump in the Becker purchase. Once this chart loads, you can see it's a very appealing looking graph, and the market cap is still only a 48 million, although that is the all-time high. This is where Becker got in here. This is where the alert went out about that $25 million market cap, almost up to a nice 2x here. And of course, I believe this can have legs to go a lot higher. I'm not selling my bag that I purchased as soon as I got that alert. So almost a clean 2x since the whale tracker notification. Congratulations to everybody who's in the inner circle and has the whale tracker, because it's becoming easy in this sort of market. If you're not in yet, links in the description below. But the bigger reason why this is interesting is now that we know Becker has his first ever RWA play. And also we know that he is partnered with them, probably owing them some marketing and shout outs. He put this post up just 19 hours ago that he has filmed a new YouTube video. He's got his nice little flexing arm and his Rolex in the shot here. And on the comment of the new video, Rio says, when new video drops, here's a like. When is the RWA video? And guess what Alex Becker has responded? Real world assets will be in this video. So the next Alex Becker video that he's doing on his channel, he's going to be naming some real world asset coins. Pinlink, I believe, is above the market cap that he stays away from. Like he sold Cheyenne and said, I shouldn't have bought in at a $7 million market cap. Didn't expect it to have that much influence on the market. So he's not talking about the tiny market caps at the moment anymore. I believe he will be talking about Pinlink, since it's the only RWA hold that we know of inside the video where he says he's going to be talking about RWA token. Now, if you do want to know what Pinlink is, there's a great post by Elon Trades. I was actually going to go through it in this video for you, but 90% of you don't care. This is what you're going to skip over, and you're all degenerates who just want a narrative trade, which I don't blame you, because narratives pay off a lot more impactfully than something like fundamental trading, especially in this market sentiment, which is why I highly recommend getting inside of our whale tracker, because not only do we trade people like Becker, but we trade people like Crypto God John, because Crypto God John is ahead of Becker in the news cycle, which we talk about so often on this channel. And we suspect, and we put a video out a bit after this notification came through, that Crypto God John just partnered with OGPU token, and this went out way back when OGPU was at about a $40 to a $45 million market cap, which skyrocketed to a $70 million market cap on the news. Now, it has had some healthy pullbacks, but also if you were in our inner circle and you're in our whale tracker, you would have seen us talk about OGPU when we found it from this amazing community member named Tracy, who submitted it to us way back here, literally at about a $6 million market cap level. But this might be one of my most profitable plays in crypto in history, so I'm actually really happy and a big fan of OGPU because of that. This was another one that came through the whale tracker. Alex Becker literally bought this, is the one that he apologized for overpumping the graph and gave away $20,000 of tokens. He bought in at a $7 million market cap, went up to a $90 million market cap at 12x. And this was pulled by a whale tracker at about the $8 to $10 million range, which if you're not in the whale tracker, if you're not in our inner circle where we track these top traders, biggest influencers, the insiders who are way smarter than us, who have way more influence than us, and therefore we have social insurance policies when they get into tokens. They don't all go up. But right now, there's such an asymmetric upside. It's incredible. And there's so much going on. There's so much opportunity right now. Even in the inner circle, we're talking about Alex Becker's meme coin that he's launching. And we have a dedicated Telegram group where we're all investigating the clues together to try and put our minds together and piece it together so we can get into Alex Becker's token in a sub $10 million market cap. We know House of Crypto is launching his own meme coin on the 28th of November. Let's do some investigating into that together. Come and join us inside the inner circle. We miss you that you're not here already. And let me know your thoughts on Pinlink. Do you think this graph is too much up and it's going to have some pullback? Or do you think this is the start of an exponential graph where this can go to a $500 million market cap? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.